So, Kody, first of all, talk about how you are feeling.
I feel great. We're now a month after surgery, and I feel like my pacing's coming back. My energy is back. There's less pain every single day. I've said this to friends, I've said this to family. Alan and I have talked, and it's like three steps forward and maybe a half step back on a day, where it's like, oh, there's a little bit of pain because I walked 2 miles today with my dog, or um, I am a little more tired on this day versus the day before just because I didn't sleep well. But it's just it's remarkable, and I'm still amazed at just like the amount of progress I've made in 4 weeks so far from when I was in surgery, and now it's 2 weeks away from me from being able to get to that next stage of recovery, which is then getting back into shape and then getting back into the day-to-day life.
Your surgery was on the 13th, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So, talk me through that process. I mean, that it had to have been a little bit scary and nerve-wracking.
Not really, not for me. I mean, part of it has to do with and what we talked about before, right? Like I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I was getting myself into, and surgery is not really that scary for me, right? Like you're you're on anesthesia. There's nothing you can really do. It's just trusting the doctors. And so I met with the doctors previously. I knew my team and I trusted them. And it's really, for me, it's that simple. But the other reason is I didn't really have to sit and think throughout this, right? Um, we got called in early. We got called in early that morning, right before we were going to head out and try to go park and then just go wait at the hospital for about an hour before surgery started. We got called in like, hey, we need you in now. Surgery's starting. We're like, okay, we'll leave. They're like, we need you at 11:30. It's 11, 5 minutes down the road. That's fine. Let's go. And so I didn't really have any time to really think and process thoughts. It was just, all right, it's here. It's time to go. It's time to do surgery.
Talk about your reason why.
It's because of Alan. It's, a bond that I've had with him for over a decade now, 12 years. And um, excuse me, 10 years. It's been a decade this last month actually. And so, you know, I wanted to do whatever I could to ensure that um he could and I could selfishly be able to have a conversation with my friend 5 years, 10 years down the line. Alan and I talk every single day. Not always on the phone, but just texting and just messaging each other, talking about sports, talking about life, talking about health now over the last couple of years. And I truly cherish that friendship. And I know that his family and his other friends that he has really do as well. And I was fortunate enough to be in a position that I'm at, healthy enough to be able to donate, to continue to have those conversations, to continue to have that friendship, and to continue to see him from afar, um, live the life that he wants to live and continue to do good in this world because Alan's a good person and he does good right now. And I know that, 30, 40, 50 years down the line, we're still going to be remembering the good work that Alan does.
What do you want to say, National Kidney Day? What do you want to say to people who are maybe in the same boat that you were, but they're kind of on the fence about donating a kidney to someone?
Right. I think it goes back to your last question. What's your reason why? Is it for a friend? Is it for a family member? Is it for a family member that needs a kidney? Is it for a friend who needs a kidney? Is it for a family member or a friend who unfortunately passed away from kidney disease? And so this is you honoring their memory by donating or by seeing if you can be a viable donor. Um, but also it's what can you do to help that person in the short term and in the long term? And that may not be donating, right? Like we talked about this last time, and then Alan and I had a conversation over the weekend as to, the impact that you can still have on someone's life, even if you don't donate. If you're healthy enough to do it, and if you're compatible with someone, that's great. That's fantastic. That gives them another lease on life in a way. But if you're not, that's okay too. It does not mean that you're not impacting someone's life by not donating, right? You can still bring dinners, you can still do your check-ins, you can still have a once a week, every couple of weeks phone call with the person who's still undergoing dialysis treatment or is thankfully getting surgery and on the mend, right? Like that, you can still have that big impact. So if you're able to donate, if you're healthy enough to donate, please do. And if you can't, that's okay too. You can still have an impact on someone's life by being there for them, by advocating for them, and by helping them throughout this process, whether it's through dialysis or whether it's through the recovery from a kidney donation and surgery. Of
Thank you.
course.
That was great.
All right, I will go on mute and I will stop my video.
All right.
Holy damn.
You got to top that, Alan.
I'm not. I'm literally not.
I was just hoping to make you cry today on 1 month
I
anniversary
was
of
a
your
little
surgery.
bit, but I was like, I guess I have to be in this space. That was beautiful. Wow.
So,
Credit goes.
Alan, take
Yes.
me back 1 month ago today.
Wow. So 1 month I had a different experience than Kody. I was called in. I was originally supposed to go in around 2:40. At 9:05, they were like, we want you to come in. And I was discombobulated. I wasn't ready for it. I thought I was, but then when they were like, come in, I was like, oh, like it shook me. But then I was able to be at the hospital, do tests beforehand, and I stayed overnight into the 14th. So I knew Cody's surgery went well, but then I knew that there was a second part, and that was the kidney traveling from Sacramento to Jefferson. And what I learned was the kidney traveled from Sacramento to LaGuardia, and then someone drove it down to Jefferson. So that was extremely interesting. I learned that maybe 20 minutes before the surgery. So I think the other funny part is they pulled me downstairs to the prep room around 5, and the surgery wasn't until 7, and I was sitting there and like every single thought was like going through my head, like, is surgery going to go well? Is the kidney going to be viable? Did someone steal the kidney? Like it was just like everything was going on in my head. But, you know, surgery went well. It was funny. When they initially did the anesthesia, they were like, count down. And I was like, I don't think it's working. They're like, no, just count down. And then I woke up in another room and they're like, the surgery was successful. And in fact, they were like, the kidney, Cody's kidney, started working immediately, which was great news because sometimes if the kidney might need a jump start, I would have to continue to do dialysis. But, the kidney just started working immediately, like during the surgery, which was great news for the doctors and for me.
That's wonderful.
It's so crazy. It's like the whole story. I just feel like it's a movie. But I'm very grateful that Kody, was able to donate and everything just worked out.
How grateful are you to your friend?
Oh my gosh. I think about the times in like 2014 when we were just hanging out and, just talking about life, and never did I imagine like he was in my wedding. I'd never thought like, hey, like one day I would need a kidney and he would be able to donate from Sacramento. And it was a long process. I think it was about a 15-month process for him, and for him to stand by and make sure everything went well. Just it means everything. He means everything. He's more of a brother at this point. At this point.
World Kidney Day, but for
Mhm.
you, this is, with your podcast, it's pretty much become your mission to educate people about this. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of started in 2021. On this day in 2021, I was officially like diagnosed with like kidney failure. And 3 years later, I have a new kidney, thanks to Kody. And I want to share that because there's so many people that don't know that they may be susceptible to kidney disease. And I want to make sure to spread awareness, for them, for their families, because it is scary. It's something that you can't see and it impacts you greatly. It impacts you, your family, your friends, your diet, your ability to do certain things. So, kidneys are so important and kidney health is so important. So I just want to make sure that I'm spreading awareness as of it as someone who's went through it and still going through it.
What's next, Alan?
Um, there's still so many doctor's appointments. I go twice a week at this point, just to make sure the kidney is functioning. They do blood work. There's tons of medication, physical therapy, home health care visits. So it's still a long journey, but I feel like I'm over the hump of, searching for a kidney, getting the kidney transplant. So it's definitely I'm on the other side of things. So just continuing to stay healthy and take care of this kidney.
Anything else you want to add?
Um, I don't I don't particularly think so. I just, I'm so grateful to you, to my family, my friends, and even strangers that have been praying and reaching out. There's been so many people that have just reached out and it's like, hey, I'm here for you, I'm praying for you. And that has really made a difference. They always talk about having a community, a support system. And I knew I had one. And just for everyone to show out the way they did, I'm so grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.